At first, the phone feels like freedom in your pocket. Then the first ping lands, and your rent enters the frame. You tap accept before thinking, because empty minutes pay nothing. The map glows warm, like the app already knows your hunger. You are called independent, but the timer speaks with more authority. Every shift begins with a battery check and a quiet calculation. Can you chase enough orders before gas, rain, and doubt catch up? The bag on your back looks light until the hours fill it. No manager greets you, yet something is already measuring your response. You learn fast that silence from the app can feel like punishment. A restaurant delay becomes your problem long before it becomes theirs. You stand by the counter smiling, while the clock keeps accusing. The customer sees dinner coming, but you see another shrinking margin. Even the weather starts sounding expensive when you work by the trip. By now, every notification feels a little like a command. The app never raises its voice, which is why the control hides. It offers choices, but some choices arrive too late to matter. You wait near busy streets because the map teaches you where hope lives. When orders slow down, you blame yourself before blaming the system. Then you notice the trap. The app turns uncertainty into self-discipline. You chase hot zones that move, like promises nobody has to keep. A good hour can disappear inside one wrong restaurant doorway. You refresh your position, like standing still might look unworthy. Ratings hover over every handoff, even when the food started late. You cannot see the formula, so you start performing for shadows. At first, speed feels like skill. Then it starts feeling like fear. You park closer, walk faster, and ignore the ache behind your knee. The worst part is guessing which delay the system will forgive. You keep your phone bright and your face calm for strangers. Even lunch rush feels lonely when every rider is competing politely. The city becomes a scoreboard you were never allowed to read. You start counting red lights as lost money, not lost time. Restaurant staff remember your bag before they remember your name. The customer door opens, and your rating anxiety walks in first. No one says hurry, but the whole job is implied urgency. You become careful with tone, because politeness can protect your numbers. A missed ping can feel bigger than a mistake at work. The phone buzzes again, and your body answers before your thoughts. By now, you are managing weather, traffic, kitchens, and moods alone. And still, the app keeps teaching you that uncertainty is your job. Your shoulders tighten first, long before the pain gets a name. The helmet traps heat, and the road keeps giving it back. You drink less water than you should, because stops feel expensive. Lunch arrives hot for someone else, while your own meal gets delayed. Your back learns the weight of distance before your wallet does. The scooter vibrates through your legs until even waiting feels mechanical. A wrong address steals minutes, then steals your temper, then your tip. You apologize for delays you did not create and cannot fix. Sometimes the customer smiles, and sometimes the door shuts on you. Either way,
The next ping arrives before your feelings can settle.
You notice how often this job asks for gratitude without protection.
Rain makes the bag heavier, the road slicker, and the trip cheaper. Heat makes every stoplight feel like a small test of obedience.
The map tells you where to go, but never what it costs. You smile at staff, customers, and guards because tension wastes time. Even your patience becomes part of the equipment you carry daily. Some nights the city feels kind, and that kindness hurts more. It reminds you how little mercy the system has to show. By now, fatigue stops feeling dramatic and starts feeling normal.
That is the cruel trick. The damage arrives dressed as routine.
You begin shaving corners off comfort, safety, and pride together. You skip shade, skip rest, and call it staying available.
A customer message can sour an hour that was almost survivable.
The app does not insult you, it simply keeps sending work. That steady indifference can feel colder than open disrespect. You learn to swallow small humiliations before they slow your feet. A spilled drink can erase a tip and stain your mood.
A locked gate can turn courtesy into pleading in seconds.
No one sees the whole chain, so blame lands where you stand. And you are usually the only person standing in front of it.
Then a good run happens, and hope returns with dangerous speed. 3 easy orders, short miles, kind staff, clear weather, decent tips.
For 1 hour, the job almost resembles the freedom you were sold. You picture catching up on bills without racing your own heartbeat. You even imagine going home before your body turns wooden. A regular customer remembers you, and the recognition feels medicinal.
Another rider jokes with you, and the night briefly softens.
Small kindness starts feeling like evidence that the trap can loosen.
You tell yourself, maybe the bad days are finally thinning out. Then the pattern returns, and hope becomes another thing the app extracts.
The orders stretch longer, the wait grows duller, the tips shrink. A restaurant ignores the pickup screen while your clock keeps bleeding. Traffic thickens, and every detour feels like somebody else's decision. Your battery falls low, and panic makes the map look meaner. The app still offers another order before you finish the first. By now, you know, availability is just another name for surrender. You keep moving because stopping would make the numbers harder to bear.
The body asks for relief, but the shift keeps asking questions.
Can you stretch 1 more hour into rent, gas, and groceries? You answer the only way this job rewards, by staying in motion. The city lights turn beautiful right when you are too tired. Beauty becomes another thing you pass without being able to keep. A final good tip can still feel like forgiveness from nowhere. Then you remember, forgiveness is not the same as security. The tiny human moments are real, but they do not rewrite terms. The loophole is simple and sad. You survive by staying uncertain. You learn the system pays best when you act like risk is normal. You protect your rating, but nobody equally protects your body. You protect your speed, but speed keeps borrowing from tomorrow. And this is the hook that stays. The app sells urgency as opportunity.
You can log off, but bills keep the argument open. So freedom becomes a door you are too careful to use.
No one event breaks you. The repetition does the harder work.
The pings, the waits, the smiles, the apologies, the heat. Each piece looks small, which is why the burden hides.
By now, you understand why this job feels public and invisible. Everyone sees the bag, but not the private arithmetic inside it.
Everyone sees the delivery, but not the waiting required to make it.
Even kindness cannot remove the basic fact that you absorb the slack.
You carry the lateness, confusion, weather, and mood between other people's doors.
Some nights, you call it hustle, because that sounds more survivable.
Other nights you call it what it is, managed desperation.
Still, you show up again, because necessity can imitate loyalty.
The app does not need your love, only your continued consent.
And consent gets blurry when survival arrives one order at a time.
You were promised flexibility, but dependence learned your route first.
By the end, the phone feels less like a tool than a leash.
Tomorrow starts with a charge cable and the same quiet bargain.
If this felt familiar, stay with the story's work usually hides. Subscribe if you want more lives explained from inside the job.